brunchin', a good brunchin', a good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. 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 Everybody, good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. Everybody, good brunchin'. You are tuned into the Good Brunchin Podcast. Good brunchin'. Good people, good brunchin', good brunchin', good brunchin'. We are back with the Good Brunchin Podcast, people. Happy Monday, good brunchin'. Everybody enjoy their weekend. You here with your favorite host, Bill the Billionaire, Ace Brown, and Tamika. We here Monday through Friday with the Good Brunchin Podcast. We appreciate every single one of y'all. We are on all platforms. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And guess what? We are now on GS Radio. So shout out to GS Radio. Y'all catch us on GS Radio. Come on. NJ.com. Y'all catch up. We'll be on there on Monday night. So shout out to GS Radio. We definitely GS Radio. It's definitely, we are in the building. Now, good brunchin', Kim. Good brunchin', to everybody in the comments. But good brunchin', people. Ace, what's going on? How was your weekend, brother?
Let's not talk about that right now.
Okay.
Let's get back. GS Radio. Are we on there 5 days a week? What are we doing?
Right now we on Mondays, and I think they're just gonna be running that whole thing. So today's episode will be up there today, and we're definitely gonna get in there. Meek, how was your weekend, Meek? Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day again. How was your Mother's Day,
Meek?
Thank you. It was good. Well rested. Did a lot of resting and ate a lot. We barbecued, so a lot of food.
That's why I don't want to talk about it.
Girl got me my sphere. I see my sphere. Not my sphere, my sphere.
Okay, putting pop.
You know.
Yeah. How was your weekend, Bill?
My weekend was great. I'm just tired. I'm still trying to recover, and I'm not talking about recovering from like drinking a hangover. But I had 5 shows this weekend. So Saturday was crazy. I started out in Queens, went out to Queens, did a show out there, fashion show, comedy show. Then I head out to Patterson, did the step show, Bridging the Gap step show that I host every year. And then I was in Metuchen. That's when stuff got crazy. Went to Metuchen with man Ron Snipes. Shout out to Ron Snipes. Had a dope room out there. But it was crazy because we get there. That was a pure example. It was about 200 people there, and 200 people there outside. 50 degrees outside, y'all. It was 50 degrees outside. All right, and it's May, 50 degrees. And now listen to this. I get there. I didn't know it's a nice spot. I'm like, okay, this is nice. Hey, free parking and everything. Bro, I get there. The spot is outside. I said, this not inside. It's packed out there. They got about 7 heaters. They got 7 heaters. They got 2 cabanas, but the cabanas don't have heats in it. They just got size. They got VIP with the cushion seats, reserved and everything. They didn't have heaters. Why did some lady send somebody to Walmart to bring blankets? It was people that paid $25 that had a whole heater. So you know I was going in, bro. You know I told that.
I guess because it's May, they thought it was going to be.
They thought it was going to be nice. But look, on the flyer, it was a pink flyer, and it did say outdoor patio, but the joint was in pink. So I'm like, yo, you got to read the fine print, man.
You know what's funny about that? Yeah. You know what's funny about that? I always say when I do an outside show and they pay, I'm like, y'all paid to be outside where you already was. Yeah. So, you was already outside. So you paid to be on another part of a land that you already there.
Bro, it was so bad. I was going inside like this before I got on stage. You know what song I came up to? You know, we don't care what music we come up to. I went up there to It's Getting Hot in Here. Like, take over your clothes. I am getting so hot. And I was like, cut it. I said, that song's a lot just like this flyer. And like,
here's my thing. I always say this. I always say that we will do comedy anywhere.
Come on,
we don't care. Right. We will do it anywhere. So it
was a dope show, though. It was a dope show. Shout out to Spain Crew. Shout out to Lenny, Lenny the chef.
Lenny who? Spanish Lenny?
Spanish Lenny.
He's still doing comedy?
Yeah, Lenny came in there, and then my man Terrence Parker pulled up, so he came through. Yeah, that boy laugh is just hilarious. That's great. Kayla, good brunching, Kayla, good brunching.
Oh, big shout out to Kayla. Kayla, we did have a show yesterday, Mother's Day show. Big shout out to Kayla. Kayla did fantastic, and Janine Slaughter did fantastic. So big shout out to the two of them for doing their thing. It's very good to see comics that you really like. You see them in clips or whatever when you get to see their work and see their potential. Kayla has great potential, and I'm not saying that to say that I'm better than her or whatever, but Kayla has great stage presence, and she knows how to work the room the proper way without how can I say?
Your room was good. Good brunching.
Feeling bad if the crowd is not really all the way there, and by that I mean as far as amount of people. Some people like, man, if it was a more packed show, I'd have killed it. No, you should do your thing regardless.
And worker was there.
Yeah, Kayla does.
Nah, but that's what's up. I'm happy everybody had a great weekend. And happy Mother's Day for all the mothers that was out there. We hope you enjoyed your Mother's Day. Hope you enjoyed that. Good brunch and everybody pulling up in here. But people, y'all know how we do it. If y'all ever want to go ahead and send us any topics, any situation Fridays, any emails, go ahead and send those into the Good Brunchin Podcast, and we'll read those emails here today. Today we got an interesting email. I'm not saying the person came at us, but they will go ahead and get you that. Chris, I see you in the comments. They'll get you the link. Check your DM when we'll send you a link when we get into the topics and stuff like that. But let's get into this email because we got mail, people. Like I said, y'all ever want to send anything in, send it
DM, Chris. Chris,
check your DM.
Yeah, check your DM, Chris.
Well, like I said, if y'all want to send anything in, send it into the Good Brunchin Podcast. Because you heard it, we got mail, people. We got mail. All right, so it goes down like this. Hey, Good Brunchin Podcast, enjoy the show. I notice you guys do something every day, and I do it all the time with my friends. It's the pause. There you go. It's the pause. So I was at my job, and I was sitting there talking with a coworker, and my supervisor came over and overheard us talking about golf. My supervisor proceeds to say, "Hey, one thing I think you can do to improve your golf swing is slow down your slow down your backstroke and spread your legs a little more." I immediately responded, "Hey, yo, pause." My supervisor looked at me quite weird and said, "What does that mean?" I explained to him what it meant, and he said using that in that type of context is very unprofessional and quite immature. I'm asking, was I wrong for using that there in that context, or is he just not up with the lingo? Can't wait to hear what you got to say, Mark. So, Mark, what's going on? Benzo.
How old is Mark? Mark should know better.
I don't know. He said,
Mark should know better.
Now, my thing is this. I'm feeling two ways, right? I'm feeling two ways. I feel like if I'm having a conversation, Ace, me and you sitting here talking, right? And you jump into my conversation, bro, you jumped in. You jumped into the conversation. So if I be like, hey, yo, pause. This is downtime. Now, if I'm in a meeting or something, no, I'm not going to do that. And if it's immature, you should never got in. And he's wrong for sticking his nose in that.
So I get where you and Ibrahim's coming from. Big shout out to Ibrahim, another fellow comedian, good buddy of mine.
Ibrahim said, your supervisor's a cornball.
Here's the thing about it. I would say that the main thing is understanding where you are with certain things. Like, I'm just being real. Like, I get it. If you and your coworkers talking,
spread your legs, Ace, and slow down that back.
Yeah, he a supervisor. Like, yo, come on, man. Come on, fam. Come on. Like, yo, I'm talking to my man right here. Like, but I get like where the I don't know if maybe he thought it was like a derogatory thing to him, because for him to say like it's very immature and all that, that's when you cornball for that. But at the same time,
is he gay?
Yo, maybe that's
his
like
boys took offense to it.
Yeah, maybe. But I definitely say
maybe his supervisor just has to be professional because he's in the job. But if it would have been after work, he'd be like, "Yo, that shit would have been a major AO."
Hey, yo, but now my thing is this. Yo, it's a major AO, right? But look, I'm here having a conversation with Ace at the job. I didn't call my boss and say, "Yo, come over here and give me your little facts about golf." Okay, you heard us talking about golf, jump in. But when you say something, I'm like, "Hey, yo," and I'm gonna be honest, y'all know I love golf. That's being a little sensitive, but yo, golf, going with your boys when you're trying to learn is crazy. Okay, there's nothing you can do. I'm out there the whole time playing golf, and all you're hearing is pause. Like we get there, I'm like, "Yo, give me a pack of the jumbo balls." You know what I'm saying? Now I'm asking for jumbo balls, and it's like, "Yo, exactly." That's what it's like.
Hold up. Here's the thing, though. This is another thing, and I see that Randy said, "Word, we on the clock." If we on the clock, that's when you could throw in the whole immature. If we was on break or lunch, now my nigga, I could be as immature as possible. Pause this thing away. Hey, yo.
But now my thing is this. I'm at a place where I can get ahead and be talking to my man about golf. His supervisor jumped in the conversation. And if you jump in that conversation, now we're here. Okay. And now if we out here in the office and he's sitting there, jumps into a conversation, has something to do with business, then okay. We ain't talking no business. Like, hey, yo, that's crazy. Like, relax. And then we should laugh about it. And if he didn't laugh about it, I might agree with Ibrahim. He might be in the closet. Boss might be in the closet. But the whole pause thing, I know somebody here really is a defense mechanism against this pause situation. And this is the person that presses the pause button every day. So I want to bring none other than Cash, the angry producer, to the stage. Give it up for Cash, the angry producer, people. Please give it up for him. He's in the building. He's here. Angry producer is in the building.
Oh, boy.
How you doing, sir?
Mentally, I am fatigued.
Okay. Explain this mental fatigue.
Because y'all niggas is too old to be playing this pause game, especially at work.
Come on.
And I told y'all about this.
So we was at work, Cash.
Uh-huh.
And we was at work, and we in the hall chilling. Me and Ace in the hall chilling. You over there, you like kind of in the conversation. And the supervisor comes up and says exactly what was said.
Uh-huh.
And I go, and I'd be like, "Hey, yo, pause. Would you laugh? Or you'd be like, yo, Bill, that's unprofessional."
We in the building, right?
Yes, don't do this.
Stop it.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
We in the hall. We not in.
No,
we not in the conference room.
Where we went to lunch? We go to Subway for lunch, right? We can do it at Subway. We can do it at Subway. Uh-huh. Can't do it in the building, my boy. You can't do it in the building.
We in the break room. I like that. Randy. If we in the break room and we in the break room chilling, and the supervisor comes in and says this, I'm wrong.
Yeah, we in the building.
What is that?
Bruh, there's no you can't, certain conversations you can't have in the building. I'm sorry.
What? First off, the conversation wasn't with you. You jumped in the conversation.
Then that means so then you're so then how many coworkers are you
jumped
really
in the conversation, and then me and Ace having a conversation in the break room, and he said so. So if me and Ace was over there having a whole conversation, he never jumped in, and all he heard was, "Hey, yo, pause." They don't know what we talking about.
First of all,
no, but in the context of the email, you know.
But I'm just saying, if he came and we in a break room, we on break.
Hold on. First of all, you want to talk about unprofessionalism? He ain't supposed to be fraternizing with people underneath him. First of all, let's talk about that. So you shouldn't even be in that conversation. You
shouldn't be fraternizing supervisor.
That's not frat. That's not frat.
I know. Don't worry about the terminology.
I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna
let you be talking to us. We in the parking lot. And he overhears it. You came over and said something to us.
The break room is not a safe space. I'm sorry. The break room has cameras and microphones.
The break room
is not a safe space. Not a safe space.
Nah.
So you think somebody will get fired over saying "Ayo"?
I don't think they would get fired.
Yes. You can send somebody to HR. They can.
You probably can't. But if I'm your supervisor or I'm your boss or any executive position, I already know your mentality. I can hold you back from any position promotion I want.
Hey, yo.
Because I AO'd you?
Why would you, though?
Why? Yeah, because I know your mentality within the job is not professional.
They got another agenda.
But that so because I AO'd you on my break, which is at this time is my break. I'm outside of doing whatever it is that I'm doing in my office. This is my break from the job. I'm in the break room having my own conversation with a coworker, and you come in and you say what you say. Now, I'm not working. This is my break. Mm-hmm. I'm not working. This don't got nothing to do with the job. This is no job on the mind. And we having a conversation. You decide to chime in, and I say, "Hey, yo, it's gonna have you at my job. I do great at my job. I'm like one of your best employees. That's gonna make you change the way how you feel, even when me doing my job right. Is a 30-minute break, and I just had free time to say, "Hey, yo."
So now let me ask you this, because I just seen Randy said two things that I agree with. He said if the supervisor is a part of the community, it could be a wrap for you. That's real. That it could be a wrap for you, right? But then look at this: if you're not of the culture, you're gonna take it the wrong way. And Cash, I say this to you because Cash don't play the whole pause thing, right? I have friends. I think pause is situational and culture appropriate. Now, Cash's debate is, look, I'm not gay. I don't got to say pause isn't that. I agree. Neither am I, right? But when I have a group of friends that
leave me around your girl and find out if I'm gay or not.
We're a bunch of assholes. So I know I'll have a whole conversation and I'll say something wild and they be like, "Hey, yo," and I'm like, "Wow, that does sound crazy." So you know what I mean? We're laughing about it, but that's because we're part of the culture. To where boss man over here, he might be like this. What do you mean? Why you got pause? You know what I'm saying?
Cash is gonna come and I'm gonna go like this to Bill, like, "Hey, yo, my nigga, you heard that shit?"
So Cash,
exactly. That's what you gonna have to do. That's what you gonna have to do.
Niggas gonna sit and judge me by job over.
You would keep them back from a position because of what they said.
Say again, Ace.
You're saying that a supervisor would keep them back, or if you were the supervisor, you could potentially keep them back because of that, because you know that of the immaturity. You're saying,
quite possibly, yes.
So because he doesn't have a good head.
Pause.
Now, ain't no pause. Now why you jumping with the pause? You the supervisor. You supposed to be like, yes, because you don't have good head. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
See, you see? No. You see now you see what he's doing here? You see what Ace is doing, right?
Pause.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. First of all, if you ever go to the boss, if the boss ever say to you, "You don't have good head," it goes straight to HR. Okay, go straight to HR. Okay,
you don't have a good head on your head. Your head is in the wrong place. Hey,
you know here you go. Let me go ahead and
I think we got a guest early. Who we got in the building? Chris, what's going on?
Chris, turn your phone sideways.
What's going on?
Turn your phone sideways, Chris.
Turn your phone sideways, boo.
There you go. There you go. Welcome. Good brunchin'.
Good brunchin', everyone.
Good brunchin'.
So, Chris, how do you feel about this whole pause effect? How do you feel about that?
Well, I was just about to say pause when Ace said what he just said. I was like, whoa, pause. That's crazy.
It was the whoa for me.
Yes.
But now, Chris, if you're at the job, do you feel like the dude, he shouldn't be using pause while he's at work? I mean, he's in the break room. Like, what do you say?
Well, he's on his break, but then again, you also have to look at it as a different standpoint. Like you said, if you're a supervisor, because I'm a supervisor now, so sometimes I do walk in the break room and I see like the employees' expressions, like they stop talking about whatever they're talking about.
See, now I'm getting stressed. Y'all starting to get me stressed.
Go ahead.
What's this? Why do y'all? So if you're on, you mean to tell me? I'm gonna clarify this. So let me ask this: because y'all on break, that means y'all can do whatever the fuck you want. Start there.
No, not do whatever we want. But if I want to I can AO.
15 minutes.
If I'm sitting there, if you never jumped in my conversation, I'm in the break room. You never jumped in my conversation. You just overheard AO pause. You have no problem because you don't even know what it's about. But now, when you jump in the conversation, you're a part of it. Nobody told you. I didn't invite you.
Let's answer this question. Let's answer.
You don't know. You don't realize who's what. You are always watched when you in the job. Yo, look at supervillain's comment. Look at the longer one. Go ahead.
Okay,
read
yeah,
that.
I will read
I mean,
it.
if somebody goes into your house and wants to do something that you don't agree with, you're gonna let them fly because others say they're whack, or you're gonna stand 10 tones down and will you accept that in your house?
No,
will
you
not
will not
accept that in your house?
No, he's absolutely right. However, if I am outside of his home in the street, but in front of his house, he can't stop me from doing anything.
The break room is technically the house.
If I'm in the break room, I didn't say anything against company policy.
He didn't.
Because I could go to another supervisor and say the same thing, and the supervisor could respond, "Hey, yo, pause."
Exactly.
I didn't say nothing against company policy. That would be more what supervillain
said.
I see it. Yeah, I can see what he just said.
Go ahead, Bill.
All right, he said if a chick in the break room room twerking doing a TikTok because she's off the clock, that's acceptable. I mean, I'm a watch, but I just want to know what y'all think.
Please answer that question.
So
y'all said she's on break. She's on break.
If it's against company policy, then she
hey, stop it. If you know twerking ain't in nobody's company policy, but you know
she's
gonna win the case. He's not
you do what you do. I mean, I find it appropriate, which is what you're saying, and I get that. You cannot find it appropriate, but I'm not. You can't.
But you in the building. You are in the building. You at work.
Hold on. Do y'all mind? Let me see.
Comparing
right now.
Hold on. I want to say something real quick. If we there, if this joint happened on paper, it's inappropriate. I believe that, like, if you in there twerking in the break, that's kind of crazy. Like, there's certain thing. I don't feel like the ayo is inappropriate. It's in a conversation. We see that now. If she's out there twerking and doing this, because it don't say so. If you ever
Bill, you know me and you had to do the same thing. We got the same thing. We have an HR senior rep in here. If a female is on break at work and she has her phone out, she's on break now, and she does a TikTok and she's twerking, can she get written up for that?
It depends. It depends on the handbook, but it depends if she's in her company uniform and the company logo is showing.
Let's say it's not.
Then no, because she's on her break. It's her person.
So now, one more question. If I'm having a conversation with Bill, and you know how we be saying pause and everything like that, and the supervisor comes into our conversation and say, yo, the way you could do this is by doing this, and we say, hey, yo, pause. Is that inappropriate?
Pause. Not inappropriate. It's
not immature. He jumped in my conversation.
Oh, that you have with your manager and the relationship.
See, Cash? It depends on the relationship.
Now, ask T, is it possible for that same supervisor to be like, you know what, this person's immature? And what would happen if they applied for a promotion?
Oh, they secretly probably are not going to promote them, but they got it.
But you know, because of company policy, that would be some type of discrimination, and you end up without a job and not me.
I'm gonna
because
say he
now
didn't give me the
you
job.
using your personal issue with me because in your mind you think I'm immature, but what you think of me has nothing to do with my performance.
She said, yeah, but you got to prove it. You got to prove it.
Responsibility to prove discrimination or retaliation.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to prove. Guess what?
We will definitely prove it.
Yo, Shots said teamwork HR for Diddy.
He said you were HR for Diddy. That's a bad reference. Yo, thank you.
Yo, all I'm saying is, Cash, I feel like you.
All right, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. At what age are you too old to say pause?
Let me tell you something. I posted a video in the group chat, right? And it was these two older men. They were from the Middle East. They were probably like 60 and 65 years old. And one of them kept blowing the fucking lighter off of the friend while one was taking the cigarette. One is trying to light their cigarette, and you see one friend running, blowing out the fire, and the other friend is running. I'm going to be immature till I die. I'm going to pause you. I'm going to have no teeth trying to say pause.
Mika said, I'm going to be immature till I die.
I feel like Cash, at some point in your life, because my thing is this, Cash.
All right.
Cash, have you ever just had a random conversation and I already know the answer and just be like, yo, no Diddy?
No.
Cash, I've heard you say it. You said
no.
pause.
So you have no. Sir, I will say pause. Listen. I will say pause. I will say pause before I say no Diddy. I don't play with that.
We had a whole Diddy conversation.
Okay, hold on. Let's ask Chris. Let's ask Chris.
Party, but we're not going to talk about that, okay?
Chris, is there ever... Hold on, Chris. Is there ever an age where you feel as though you and your girls, or if you have a crew that you feel like Mika said, I'm never going to stop being immature? Do you feel as the age, like Cash is saying, that eventually you say, all right, enough is enough. We're too old to be playing this?
Nah, I'm like Tamika. I'm here to the end.
I'm gonna A you forever.
For real.
Forever. I'm gonna
A you. Something crazy. I'm saying that's just my personality, just my character, so that's just the way I'm going to be, hopefully, until the age that I die.
If you want to be my friend, overstand, you're going to be A-old forever.
I
think just to read Antoinette's comment, she said it depends on the company you work for, and the person who overheard your conversation, they can hold it against you, and or if they feel or what you said is inappropriate, they can pull you to a side and speak to you about it. I agree with that.
True.
I mean,
I agree with that wholeheartedly with that, and I think Cash hit it on the head, and we got T who's a HR person that confirmed it. So yeah, they can hold you back, but at the same time, I'm with Mika. Yo, I might have to zip my lips in front of the supervisor, but when we go to the side, hey,
yo, you heard the nigga say.
Now, like, my thing is this, you gotta, and this is not only
Ace. Tamika gonna get you fired.
All right, so look,
Tamika's that coworker.
We're gonna be fired together. We're gonna be fired together.
Caught up. And both y'all gonna be written up and getting fired out the door.
And then I'm gonna say, as per my last email, yo,
yo, when you bring it to the emails, that's crazy. But now, I feel like it really depends on your environment and the culture of the business, right? So the culture of the business. Let's just say, even what you do, Cash, right? Let's say you editing shows that it's comedy. Everybody sees they got the pause, hey yo, this, that, and you edit this stuff. This is just the culture. So now us talking like the show that we see, it's okay. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna see that and we'll laugh about it. Like I've seen, we can be in a meeting and something to go come up. It's not that our meetings aren't serious. No, it's the culture of what it is. I feel like there's a time and a place. Now, I know there's certain conversations. I play golf all the time. If I'm out there playing golf and, they say a lot of business stuff happens out there. Some people might not even know what the pause thing is. So I'm pausing, but I'm going to get ahead. It doesn't work out on the golf course. But now if I go golfing with you and I'm like, yo, I'm out here the other day and dude said this. And what first thing, I don't even have to say it. Y'all will get ahead and be like, hey, yo. But I'm saying it's because of the culture. So I feel like
so then you're saying, or you know what? Put it to everyone. Yeah, there we go. So you're saying by definition, this is a question to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You're willing to play the pause game with anyone that you ever come across, like strangers, friends. It doesn't matter. If that person is talking to you, it's game on.
No, I
don't know them because I don't know what culture they are. I don't know what they're about.
I'm not gonna just randomly a person that I just met, and definitely you gotta have common sense, and I know it's not a lot of people have it. If I'm talking to a person that's a part of the LGBTQ community, I'm gonna know better than to say
yes.
I don't want nobody to take offense to what it is that I'm saying. If I just met you and I don't know your character or anything, I'm not gonna take the chance to get punched in my mouth or get cursed at, because I could understand that people are sensitive. But if I'm around my circle and around my people that I'm comfortable with, and that is really no issue, I'm gonna pause and ayo the shit out of you, because you know me, I know y'all not gonna take offense. Now, again, as immature as I am, I won't be just like if I know the supervisor's coming over and they're trying to chime into the conversation, and I know how the supervisor is, they're not that type of hee ha ha type of person. I won't ayo them. I'll wait for them to go and be like, yo, you heard what that nigga said? That shit was a major ayo. Yeah. Because I have characteristics, and I know they probably take it he would. But they just let other supervisors might just chime in like, that nigga ayo. You're gonna know that I'm not if I just met them. I don't know how they're gonna take that. Some people could take that offensive, but I'm not just randomly doing it to people. Now, if I'm drunk, I'll tell you.
So here's my thing. Let's get some to answer your question, Kat. Let's get some of the rules out of the way. First thing is you got to be either black or brown. Okay. Got to be the black or brown. You black or brown, you already one step towards the pause. You already one step towards the pause. So you understand the code.
You don't pause. The white people can't pause, or you
don't
pause.
I gotta see if you down with the pause. I gotta see if you're down with the swirl.
You pause by color. You pause
but if you black or brown now, if you black or brown.
So then let me add on top of that, like Vonnie said.
Yo,
so she's saying anybody can get pause. So wait, let me ask you a question then. Can kids get the pause too?
Yes.
I pause these little mother flowers all day, every day.
Yo, my son just ordered French toast with sausage for breakfast yesterday at the thing. He was like, Daddy, I want the French toast and I want sausage. And I was like, pause. But now, my thing is this, I pause it. He don't know what I'm talking about. But now, Jackie's sitting there and she laughing. You know what I mean? So now let me ask you a question. Now, and this is a true story. This kid comes to my house, right? And I said everybody, they know about this. Kid comes to my house and he's talking to BJ and I. He's like a little flirt with her and I, a little white boy from down the block. He goes and tells BJ goes, yo, I got to tell you a secret. He goes, what? BJ goes, yo, my secret is I got a crush on Emma. And the boy goes, oh, I already knew that. I thought you was going to tell me you had a crush on me. BJ then turns and says, hey, yo, no.
Hey, yo.
So now and now look, I've never had a talk with BJ.
Wait. If you don't drop that button for my nephew, push that. No, give me the yo for me. Yeah.
But yo, only reason I haven't posted the video because I got it on my Ring camera is because I don't want to put the kid up there. I might have to put a hand. But BJ, and then when I talked to BJ, he was like this. He was like, I said, what happened? He said, I thought I had a crush on you. And I was like, hey, yo, no.
You see what BJ did there, right? Contextually, he's right. In the context of the conversation, in the context of the conversation, the AO is applicable. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so now if BJ would have said, BJ would have been like, yo, pause.
Because I want to clear this up because Mika said something that can go both ways. Pause. The community, the LGBTQIA plus community, they say pause too. I know some gay cats, they will sit there if they talking to a straight man and the dude say something like, yo, like for example, yo, man, you know what? Let's go get some pancakes and some sausage. They will say, hey, pause. Like they will say it. So I'm not saying at all, but I just want to put that out there because Mika said she wouldn't say it to them because she don't want to catch it. There's some that will rock with it as well. They'll rock with it.
My thing is this. It goes back to what Randy said. It depends on the culture of what it is and the culture of that person. You know what I'm saying? Because if I know I'm around a certain amount of these certain people, they be pausing on, so I know it's welcomed here. You know what I'm saying? And when it's unknown space, it's like, I don't know. But then it might be that one moment, like you ever been somewhere and you don't want to use pause, and then somebody else look at you and you be like, hey. So now you know.
It don't matter to you.
I have it so engraved in here.
So your co-so.
No, Cash, you came to my special. You came to my. I paused my mom. My mom was like, I didn't know what he was doing. He used to always like to hold things by his mouth. I said, hey, yo, pause, talking about the mic. And I paused my mom in front of all them people, like, hey, yo.
So, ladies and gentlemen, one moment, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy is saying co-workers, senior citizens, children,
mothers,
the handicap.
I paused your mother on Mother's Day.
Okay.
If the police could do it, if the police could tell a person on a wheelchair to stop speeding and they're not speeding, I could pause anybody I want.
Yo. I'm sorry. I'm still tripping off of mom saying he used to always like put.
Always loved the mic by his mouth.
And the crazy thing, I have a
and she said it nice and proud too. She was like, "My baby used to always have the mic by his mouth." Oh my god,
that's the thing. Like
you done?
Now there is hold on, wait. Now there is one group that I won't pause, and it is one group.
Why? I thought you said everybody could get it. I thought everybody was
because you started mentioning other people. No. I didn't say everybody. Yeah, I said blacks and browns. You're one step closer. That's what I said.
All right, go ahead.
He started saying. He said,
"Who you not pausing? Who you not pausing?"
Old black men. Old black men don't play that. Old black men do not play.
Talk about that, Ace. Elaborate,
brother. Come on, man. My father, go. I'll never forget. I'm 14 years old in IHOP. Gay guy comes over and is serving us. He said, "Hi, can I take your order?" My father said, "Oh no, we ain't doing that shit. We ain't doing that today."
What?
Immediately. So my mom is like, "Hey, give us a minute." I wish my mother was on it right. My mother was like, "Hey, stop it, cut it out. He's working." My father's like, "Hey, you correct it. I'm not doing this." The guy comes over, asks everybody what they want to drink, and they go to me first. I'm the youngest at the table, so I'm like I said, I'm the youngest. And I was like, "Yeah, can I get pancakes, eggs, and apple juice?" And he's like, "How would you like your eggs, scrambled or over easy?" My father said, "Your goddamn eggs already scrambled. Let's get the fuck up out of here. We going." I don't play. Both my fathers they don't play that. They don't play that. My
old people don't have no filter. No filter.
Old black men don't play that. They don't play. I don't play with them. So that will be the one group that if Bill started to do that, hey, you on your own, man. Go ahead. You on your own. Because hold on, wait. You notice Bill said his mom's. Bill ain't said shit about his dad. Let him do some Paul shit with his dad. He like,
but listen.
I ain't with that gay shit now. Come on now.
Come on now. I ain't with that gay shit.
Ace, you know about the J. I be out there playing golf with my dad. And he be combining the basketball with the golf and some of the things he be saying. I be like, nah, man, pause, man.
And what's his response?
What? First off, he's like,
do you say it under your breath or do you say to your father, "Hey, yo, pause"?
When I say pause, he be like, "No, you got to call full of the 20."
He don't know nothing about it.
He's like, "Look, it's either a full or a 20. I don't know how you want to do it."
See, there you go. He don't know.
He ain't playing that. You explain that to your father go the hell off. What you trying to say? He will go.
Oh, you referring to stick to my dick? you take the stick, boy, man.
Listen to me.
But
don't play. Old black men, I don't play with them.
Yo, people, thank y'all, people. Like I said, we thank y'all for sending in those emails. It was definitely, we definitely love to hear from y'all. I hope the pause doesn't offend you, and if it does, you just aren't a part of the culture here at the Good Brunchin Podcast. That's what it comes down to. Like I said, people, please send those emails into the Good Brunchin Podcast at gmail.com, and we will go ahead and read those emails. But now it's time to get into our topic of the day. And today's topic, it is none other than, should you have a plan B for life, or is it the YOLO? People, plan Bs. How y'all feel about plan Bs? Like, we got a guest here. So, Chris, how you feel about in life? How do you feel about plan B?
I feel you should always have a plan B just in case something falls short. That's just like, far as basketball players or athletes, in case they ever get injured, you also need something to fall back on, like a backbone. So it's always good to have either another trade or something you could do that could hold you down in case something does happen where you're not able to work or whatever. So I think it's always good to have a plan B in life, a backup plan.
Okay. Meek, how you feel about that?
I think you should always have a black backup plan because you only live once. So God forbid, always have something, to, like Chris said, I'm always telling my kids, like, I know you like football and that's the goal, to sit and get the scholarships and get into football and, go in the NFL, but take up something else that could help you potentially later on in the future. God forbid you get injured. God forbid something happens to where now you can't get that NFL check anymore. At least you still have something in the back to help support you or something, in case that doesn't work out. So I always feel you should always have a backup plan to something.
Ace, before you go ahead and Ace, touch this real quick.
Supervillain said I got a plan F. And then JP said, well, if the plan B was around when I was young, I might not have this many daughters. I would say I kind of disagree with that. I think that yeah, right. I would say that I kind of disagree with it, because even though I understand, or as Mika always says, overstand what y'all saying as far as having a backup plan when you're talking about sports, I think that when you have a plan, a backup plan, that means you're going to have to put the same amount of effort in order to make that work. So how much effort are you giving your plan A? I think that having an idea of, just answering a question, what if you get injured? What would be next? Well, I plan on doing, my next thing would be this. Okay, well, make sure you're at least still watering that seed a little bit. But to go ahead and say having a plan, we all have had business plans or business, what's the thing I'm looking for? Where you put like pictures on the wall or whatever like that. 5-year plans, vision boards and everything. You doing that for two things? How is that possible? You're gonna drain yourself. My thing is put all the eggs in the basket. You only live once. Go for what you want. Don't ever stop dreaming. But also understand that everything has to come to an end, and sometimes your career may shift. Example, you get injured. Example, you want to change, you just want to change stuff. So I don't think that you should have a plan B for life. I think that you should at least just have an idea and an understanding or overstanding, as Mika always says, an overstanding of life can hand you a curveball, and you got to be able to hit that as well.
Like I said, I'm kind of piggybacking up on with Ace. I look at plan B as a cushion. It's a safety net. And I feel like, okay, I hear what we're talking about in sports, but I feel like what Ace said, at the end of the day, my plan A has a plan. So when I feel like if I start thinking about plan B, then that's distracting me from plan A. So now it's like, okay, if plan A don't work out, I always got B. You know what I'm saying? Like people say when I left my job, they was like, yo, you didn't want to take like a leave of absence or anything like that. So everything don't work out. What you do, you can always come back. I said no, because that's when you start putting that in your head that, hey, if this don't work out, I can go back. Now the only thing is my head is this gotta work. I gotta put all there's no comfort, anything like that for me. So for me, it's not a plan B, but with this plan A, I plan to get here. So I plan to make sure I saved enough money to do what I need to get ahead and do so I can walk in these things. And that's why people, I think they get so distracted or get so comfortable with having that plan B to where it distracts you, and then you get to the point when things get hard, you go real easy to be like, okay, I'm going back. I know people that sat here and say, oh, I want to do this, and that. And then when things got hard, what do? I'm going to go back because it got hard. But now if that's your only choice, if plan A is all you got, you're going to put everything into it if that's what you really want to do. So I don't really necessarily agree with plan B. And then with the whole, we only live once. So I don't think you can combine both of them. You only live once. So that's why I'm going on that A, and I'm not living in the comfort of a plan B. So that's how I feel when it
Now, of course, when it comes to having that, do you, especially, and of course, we're all grown out of school, or out of undergrad, I'll say, let's just say that. When it comes to the youth, should you tell, or would you tell, someone in your family or even your children, hey, I think you should only go for one goal, or like what we're saying, so for the two of you guys, like let's say for example, because of course, Bill, you and I line, but for Chris and Mika, if you have someone that you see that is very good in one field, let's just say it's designing, but they're not giving it their all, and their reason is, I got a plan B. I want to make sure that my plan B is working, so I'm not giving my all to plan A. Would you then say, hey, no, you need to be given more? Or would you understand?
I'm always going to push you to accomplish something that you want to do. I'm always going to support you. I'm always going to, that's what you want to do. Let's go. Let's do it. But I'm also, and I think that's just me. I'm always going to push you. You want to play sports? Let's go. Let's do it. My 16-year-old wants to make music. He makes music. I'm pushing him. I'm going to make sure he does what he wants to do. But I always tell him, push for what you want to do, but have a backup plan just in case of anything. Because I feel like there's just certain things that it just might not work out. And I think that way as a mom too. Like I have to make sure I have something set, because if something crashed, I need something there, because it's not only me. I got 5 other lives that's depending on me. So I think that's why I think that way. But if I see that my kid wants to do music or a friend wants to do something, or somebody that I know wants to do it, and I know for a fact that they're good at it, and that's just something that they're going to do, I'm going to push them to do it, and I'm not going to have them focus on the plan B. I'll tell them maybe you should have a plan B, but I'm not going to push them to focus on the plan B. I want them to focus on their goal and what the plan A more than the plan B, but it's safe to have one. That's my opinion. That's how I feel.
No, and I think what you're saying is right. Jackie, what's going on? Jackie said, "What's up, guys? Good brunchin."
Hey,
good brunchin.
I feel like this when it comes to your son wants to go ahead and do this, and you got to get him. But what if it doesn't work out? That's the whole thing where I say there's got to be a plan. So, like for me, when I came up, I wanted to play basketball. And I had to work, and my goal for basketball was to go to college and play basketball. That was like my goal. Of course, I wanted to get ahead and wanted to go to the NBA and do that stuff, but that was my goal. I knew what it took to get ahead and work to get ahead and get there. But at the same time, it wasn't something that was pressured on me, because it was like I played basketball, I played baseball. You try different things. You find what works for you. And you know what it takes to get to these next levels, and you got to be realistic. If somebody says, like, if your son were to say, okay, I want to do music, but he's never doing music, how serious are you about this? You know what I'm saying? Do you find it as a hobby? There's people that like to play intramurals, you know what I mean? But then there's people that really want to play these things competitively. But now during these times, at the same time, you sit here and say, okay, you want to get ahead and do music. You need money to get ahead and provide for this music. So guess what? You got to get a job. You get what I'm saying? So now that's feeding the plan A. So you find, and during those things, as you get ahead and grow, you sit here and learn. And now it's like, okay, your son might see music now and start out being one of the person that's the actual artist, then learn within learning the business and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I really like this engineering thing, or doing something from the back, but it's still doing what he loves to do. You know what I mean? And I feel like people got to understand the fields that you're in, and just, okay, you might be trying to be the person in front of the camera, and that person in front of the camera is just not working. So that doesn't mean your plan A didn't work, because how can I still be around this? So when I got hurt for basketball, I said, what can I do? I went to school for sports management because I knew it was something that I was interested in. And that's the only thing that kept me there for college. So now I'm still involved within basketball, within sports, something that I love to get ahead and do. So yeah, I can run. He ready. He been waiting. Doing something from the back is crazy.
Hey,
yo.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Tamika say pause.
Right. No, but seriously, that's something that I feel is that people got to understand. For me, even if it wasn't in comedy, I knew I was going to be around entertainment. I started out acting, and I looked at that to open the lane for me to do comedy and things like that. So when you put all these things, you find different ways to, stay around what you love, to where it's not having a plan B, it's doing what you love to do every single day, and not letting anything deter you from doing that, being around that feeling. It just gets. So I feel like that plan B is just a safety net that sometimes you got to get out there and jump and just, keep pulling on that parachute.
Now, Chris, how would you would you do the same thing? Would you, if you saw someone that you knew was better in something, like their plan A? Matter of fact, I'll switch it. Let's say their plan B was better than their plan A, but they're going for plan A. They're going for it. Man, I want to sing, and you like, yo, you can't sing, but you could cook your ass off. And they're like, well, that's plan B. Plan B, I want to be a chef. Plan B. But my plan A is I want to sing. But you see, they really can't sing, but they could cook their ass off. Are you the one that, like Mika said, I'm gonna support you on whatever, or are you gonna sit them side like, listen?
Wait, hold on.
I'm a support them for what they really want, but I'm gonna try to gear them to what I know that they're good at. Like you said, if I know they can't sing, hey, you want to try to think you can sing or whatever, but I'm gonna push you towards, if I know you could cook your ass off and you have no complaints about your cooking or whatever, I'm gonna push you towards that direction, because I see something in you that you don't even see in yourself.
Okay, Mika.
So I wanna say something about that, right? I'm gonna support you if I know you're good at it. If you tell me you want to be a singer and you don't know how to sing, and I'm your friend, I'm gonna tell you no, don't do that because you can't sing, but you could cook your ass off. So stick to the plan B.
Yep.
If I sit and I tell you as your friend, go sing, and you sound crazy, what friend am I? How am I your friend? So if I know you can't sing and singing is your plan A, but you cook better than you do plan B better than plan A, do plan B first. You can't sing. So
That's
yeah,
that's like letting your friend walk outside looking
I'm not
crazy.
trying to doubt you. It's not doubt, it's facts. You can't sing.
So now my thing is this, right? So if you
I'm not
say
putting a signature on something that I don't agree with.
But now look, I heard you said, yo, you can't sing, but your food is banging. But I got 5 other people that's in there like, yo, I love your music is dope.
They lying though, and they gassing that person up.
Hold on. This is one thing that
it might not be. But hold on, I feel like this, and now there are people that do that, right? I had a friend that was a singer, and I felt like he wasn't an R&B. He's more of like a gospel singer, but I supported his stuff. But I'm like, it's just not hitting me there. But I can see you doing this. Everybody else is telling him to do this other stuff, so I'm like, okay. What do? I gotta back up. I'm gonna support you. Like, hey, I'll come out and support if I got time to come out, do whatever. But I said what I had to say, so I wasn't hiding anything. But I feel like certain people, you gotta let them fall on their face for themselves to get ahead and learn. Because just because it's not an ear from, like, everybody's not gonna like my comedy. So if I get ahead and listen, I got friends that be like, that's not really on my topic. That's okay. I can either keep going or I can stop. That's just not for you. But now, guess what? When you start doing that plan B, I'm gonna be right there because I love that plan B. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta find that for yourself because it's when you start doing stuff for everybody else, what makes you happy? There's people out here that got albums that are trash, but that's their happy place. They're okay staying. They might be the hood celebrity. They might want to stay that hood celebrity. They don't want to get it as big. So my dream is my dream. My vision is my vision. So I can't really knock anyone like that.
For myself, for every 20 people that comes to me to get a reading, there's gonna be 3 that's not gonna like me. Guess what? That's on you. I still got them 17 people.
Right. Kim just said, what if they already done plan A but is now doing their plan B? If they're already doing their plan B, then all you got to do is support their plan B. If they already do it, it's not for you to divert it back to their plan A because you don't know why they left their plan A. Deacon said the prophet said we got to teach knowing when to hold them and when to fold them, when to walk away and know when to fight. And then Supervillain said, gotta know how to relay a message. If any friend can sing, I'm gonna suggest vocal lessons while I'm constantly getting you to make for me and others to get what? Gotta know how to relay a message.
Make food for me. Make food for me.
Can't sing, I'm gonna suggest vocal lessons while I'm constantly getting you to
make food for me.
That's gonna be food for me, okay, and others, and get my friend money in the process. Pursue your dream, but suggest vocal lessons if they suck while simultaneously getting them. Okay, I got you. All right, yeah, no, that makes sense, and I'm with all of that. I think that in closing, like I said, we Bill and I feel as though that plan B can be a safety net, but at the same time. Like Mika and Chris said, it doesn't hurt to support somebody to their dream, but also let them know that if they fall flat on their face, they can always bounce back with a plan B. It's Monday, people. You already know what it is. It is Motivational Monday. And what better way? Chris, we got to thank you for coming through. We
thank you for having me.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
What better way to get us going through the week without motivation? And without that, I don't want to call Cleo. I don't want to call any of these psychic hotlines. We got our very own special person here, and she does it well each and every Monday. It's Motivational Mondays. Mika, take it away.
Hey everybody, Good Brunchin Humans is Motivational Monday, where we draw inspiration from the realms of astrology and spirituality to ignite the fire within you. Today we delve into the power of self-discovery and personal growth, reminding you that you are a divine being in this immersed potential. Trust in the universe's guidance as you navigate through life's twists and turns, and remember that you have the ability to shape your destiny. Embrace the unique gifts and talents that make you who you are and allow them to shine brightly in your world. Your journey of self-discovery is a sacred path leading you to uncover hidden truth and unleash your full potential. Stay connected to your inner wisdom and intuition, for they are your greatest allies on this journey. Believe in the magic of the universe and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Keep striving for excellence in all that you do and never lose sight of your dreams. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, supporting you in every step of the way. Have faith in yourself, your abilities, for you are a powerful being capable of achieving great things. Trust in the alignment of the stars and the guidance of the universe as you forge ahead on your path. Remember, you are a co-creator of your reality, so embrace your journey with courage and determination. May these words of inspiration fuel your passion and ignite a spark within you to reach the stars. Trust the universe's divine plan for you and know that you are always guided and supported. Keep believing in yourself and moving forward with unwavering faith, for the universe is always working in your favor. Embrace your journey, trust in the magic of the universe, and let your light shine brightly for all to see. You're a magnificent being with unlimited potential, so look forth and create the life of your dreams. Happy y'all.
Oh, let me tell y'all something.
Woo!
Every Monday. Every Monday we come here and I'm sitting here like, thank you, Meek. We follow Meek, Healing Hoods. Make sure, give them an Instagram. Let's make sure they see the gram so they know they need any type of readings. They want to come get the readings. They can go ahead and do that. Yeah, there goes the Instagram, so y'all can get in contact. Make sure y'all follow everybody. People, we are now going to be on GS Radio during the week now. Monday nights at 8 p.m. Our show will be on there Monday nights at 8 p.m. So y'all catch some of the rerun episodes. But this will be our first episode on GS Radio. We got a lot of things cooking, people. We got a lot of things cooking. But like I said, make sure y'all follow us on all platforms. If you missed any of the episodes or want to go back and watch some episodes, you can go catch us on YouTube. And it's all under the Good Brunchin Podcast. We will be back tomorrow, people. It's your boy, Bill the Billionaire, Tamika Ace Brown. And this is the Good Brunchin Podcast. We will holler at y'all. Oh, and before we go, make sure y'all know May 19th, this is where we're going to be at.
Yo, listen, May 19th, Inglewood Car Show, Excalibur, Harmon Concierge, and your boy Bill the Billionaire is hosting. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. DJ Pinnacle, the craziest cars is coming to Bergen County, and I'll be your host for that car show. So make sure you're in the building. It's your boy Bill the Billionaire. May 19th, I holla at y'all. Peace.
Yeah, people, so make sure y'all are in the building. Make sure you're out in the building, and we're going to be out there. And it is also Tamika's birthday, May 19th, so you know we're going to go ahead and celebrate Meek out there. Yo, Vonnie, cut it out. Check ain't clear yet. But look, we'll be back tomorrow, yo. Y'all be good. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. See y'all tomorrow.
Good brunchin', a good brunchin', a good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. 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 Everybody, good brunchin'. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. It's the Good Brunchin Podcast. Everybody, good brunchin'. You are tuned into